Hey there everybody! Welcome to our Georgia suburban homestead. It's 13 degrees outside, and what better weather than to cook a stew for dinner in. But today's stew is going to be different. Different for me, maybe different for some of you, because we're making it from camel meat. Yes, camel. This is a Moroccan dish. I really like the Arabic kofta dish that called for cumin and spices and tahini sauce and pita bread, but we don't have some of the ingredients. So we went to Morocco instead, which is a wonderful cuisine. It's savory, it's sweet, it's got all these spices in it, and they still eat camel over there. So here we go. I've got halal camel meat from Somali Plaza in Clarkston, Georgia, and the recipe off the internet, of course, and I've converted it to Instapot. This chart, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. This chart, how to convert recipes for Instapot use, is on the web. Just type in, how do I convert stew for Instapot, and it'll come up all sorts of information, but this is available. Okay, got the specs on. Here we go. First thing we're going to do is turn the Instant Pot on Saute. First thing we do is we put some oil. Now I happen to have Moroccan olive oil, and we'll put enough in to cover the bottom, and we'll leave that to get hot. Okay, it's been getting a little bit hot. I have washed and chunked up the camel. Salt to taste. I'm going to give that a stir. To this we're going to add spices. Now this is powdered garlic and onion, which is extra. I added that to the spice mix just because. But it calls for cumin, ginger, cinnamon, and black pepper. So this is what the recipe calls for, and I added this. And we're going to add half the spices to the meat. So this is a half teaspoon of cumin, ginger, black pepper, and cinnamon. So we're going to add half of each. And then Lisa's addition, that's about a tablespoon of those, only because I like a lot of garlic and onion. And then we give that a stir while it's searing. I wish you could smell this. Moroccan cooking is so aromatic, it's insane. Okay, this is good and bubbly, so we're going to lift it out of the juice. Now we're going to add 4 carrots, a diced up onion, and 7 cloves of garlic, all minced up together. Stir that to coat it. And we're going to dump the rest of the spices in that. And we're going to saute this until those onions turn translucent, which shouldn't take too long, just a couple minutes. Okay, it's translucent. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. There's 1. 2. Stir it up to disperse it. I'm using beef broth, 2 cups. That's 2 cups. Stirring that in. And we're going to wait for that to boil. Okay, it's boiling. At this point, you add the camel back in. Mix it, and there should be enough fluid in there 2/3 of the way up for the camel. I'd say that looks pretty good. I don't know about y'all. Put the lid on. Okay, we've turned the saute off, and we're going to do pressure cook on high. According to the chart I showed you, this is going to be 18 minutes. Okay, so that's going to pressure cook on high for 18 minutes, and then we've got to vent it and add something else for the next 18 minutes. That's what really truly makes this special. Now, this Moroccan dish, also called the tagine, which is what they call their stews, is traditionally served over couscous. But I don't feel like couscous tonight, and since this particular tagine is traditionally made by Moroccans Jews, so the Jewish people that came over after or during the Spanish Inquisition, where the Spaniards committed genocide against them and the Muslims. A lot of them came to North Africa and settled in Morocco because the Arabs were very warm and welcoming to the Jewish people. The Turks were also, a lot of the Jews went to Turkey. But you're not watching this for a history lesson. Just know that this is a Sephardic Jewish recipe, usually served at Passover. But since we're not Jewish and we're not passing over, I am going to serve this on Jewish egg noodles, which is, another kind of pasta. The couscous is a type of pasta. So stay tuned. I'll be back when this alarm goes off and we're ready for phase 2 of this yummy recipe. Hey, ready for part 2? You hear it letting off the steam? As soon as the steam quits spewing, we'll We'll take the lid off and show you what's next. That smells great. Now we're going to add dried fruit. A cup of apricots and a cup of dried prunes. And you stir that in. Now if you're doing this on the stove, you would have soaked the fruit for a couple of hours. For 10 minutes before adding it to the stew, and then you cook it another 2 hours if it's on the stove. But since it's in the Instant Pot, we only do it 18 more minutes. Okay, 18 more minutes. Okay, so here we are venting. Feels good to vent, doesn't it? It's cooked 18 minutes, and then we took a break and added dry fruit. Another 18 minutes, and now it's venting. And it smells really good. Smells incredible. As soon as this thing drops and goes down, we can safely remove the lid.
There we go.
Oh, there it goes. It went down. Charlie woozled it, and down it went. Look at that. It has thickened up nicely on its own. The meat looks like it's coming apart, which is what you want. How does that look? Look. Yum. Good looking stew. Okay. Here's the test. See the tester behind me? Come on into the picture frame and smell it and taste it. Make sure you're in the frame.
I gotta be shorter.
His first camel. Does it make you want to spit? You know what camels do is spit.
Nope. A little bit like beef.
A little bit like beef?
Mm-hmm.
Is it good flavor?
Mm-hmm.
You going to take your bowl and run with it?
Yep.
He's taking the bowl and running with it, y'all. Okay, so my turn to get some and to go eat. Your turn to like, thumbs up, subscribe, join the family, ask some questions. And y'all be well until next time, okay?
Yum.